Hello and welcome. My name is Al Yurok. This is Travis Gear. We are two of the owners of the Salutio company. We build websites for Catholic churches, Catholic organizations all around the country, and we are getting a lot of questions, Travis.
We are.
We're getting a lot of questions about alerts and different things to keep up to date on their websites, and especially live streaming.
We don't know where you're at watching this right now, but we can tell you here in the great state of Kansas how yesterday at 4 o'clock they canceled not school, but they closed all school buildings.
They did.
So
they did.
Life is different.
Yeah, and also, masses, and the day before they canceled all public masses.
No, it felt like the day before.
Oh,
it was
yesterday
the same day. Morning.
Okay,
it was,
all right.
Yeah.
So things are moving fast. Lots of things are changing, but with good reason, live streaming the Mass is going to be a great way to help people to keep connected, especially on Sunday morning when your routine is going to be a little different.
Right.
So we wanted to go over a few tips of how to make that happen. There's a couple different ways. Some ways are a little more complex. Some ways give you more flexibility. So we want to go over some of those options and how that would happen on your site. So we'll start from the beginning, from the technologies to use, to the platforms, to how to get actually on the site. So first of all, a couple of different ways to shoot the video is, one, you could use a phone. So the cameras on mobile phones these days are excellent. So as long as you prop it up somehow, so like a lot of times you'll have like a tripod like this or something like this. I forgot my mount this morning, but they have like a mount that like clips onto it, and then you can like set it there on the altar or something, or somewhere fairly close to where you can see what's going on. But big thing is you don't want somebody like sitting there for an hour or half an hour, however long it's going to last.
Their arms will get tired.
They will get tired and it'll be way shaky, and that won't be a very good experience for folks. So I definitely advise having some kind of tripod for that. Another thing, so one thing to be aware of on the phones, and you'll do this as soon as you do a test run, is the microphones are just they're not up to snuff. They're okay. The closer you are, probably the better. But they're made for close range microphones, not for like capturing a big audience. So,
and you've had this experience maybe if you've ever tried to like put somebody on speakerphone in a room with a bunch of people, right? And the person on the speakerphone's, at least in my experience, they're saying, "Hey, could you say that again?" Or so that just speaks to that experience.
So just be aware of that. The other downside of a phone is live streaming. Now you can record video and post it pretty easily. That all works. It can be your recording device. But on YouTube specifically, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, which many of you are probably starting from zero since you're going to start a new channel, you don't have that. So you can't live stream. But you can record it and post it all on the phone, all through that device. So
that kind of speaks to how we're going to break this video up. We get a lot of questions about live streaming. I think that's in part because it's a pretty hip buzzword, and it makes sense in certain areas, and we're going to advocate for that in certain spaces. But the first segment that Al's going to cover here is going to be just how to record a video and then embed it on your website via your YouTube channel that he'll kind of show you how to create. So that's option one, and then option two will actually be the live streaming.
Yeah. So the big thing with this, before we even go into the technology, is the promotion of this event. So you need to have a channel to where people, or you need to have a pathway for people to get to this video. So like, how will they know how to get to it? So sending out messages via email, Flocknote, putting it on your website. You need to do those things in order to make sure. I got a phone call from somebody at my parish last night. They wanted to call everybody and make sure that they knew that Mass was canceled. Yeah. So they could have been, part of that is like, check the website. They didn't say that, but they could check the website for details and live streaming of the Mass and such like that. So you need to have a channel to contact folks and let them know about this. A lot of people are very familiar with Facebook, and Facebook has live streaming, makes it pretty easy. But here's the downside, is like, how do you promote this ahead of time? Like, it's very hard for people to have that bookmarked and have it ready to go, because Facebook is just a plethora of stuff that comes through your stream. So Now you should absolutely promote it via Facebook,
That's
but
an
you need to have a
distinction.
permanent place. What we'd recommend, and not even we'd recommend using YouTube as the technology, but we'd highly recommend putting this on your website. That's where it would live. In fact, you could have a special link right on your homepage to go to that, or even a special URL that would be like stpeterswichita.com/mass, or something that you could promote and put out there on your social media, over your email, on your website, so people know where to go. Now, we're going to recommend YouTube as far as the technology, not Facebook Live, just from the fact of it's really hard and complex. I've had plenty of problems like trying to integrate it into a website and getting it all arranged, and
especially the live
kind of a
stream.
nightmare.
The live stream, because when Al shows you how to do the video upload, if you just record it, you can do that very easily also on Facebook. But so the live streaming on Facebook is,
and you could post it to both places. That would be fine. But I make sure the website has it, and then at the time when the time comes, you could post it to Facebook as well. But the streaming technology, is better there.
No,
Go ahead.
sorry.
What?
No. And we're going to walk through also like why is it valuable to have it on the website in particular, because you can put other things around the embedded video that might be really, really helpful.
Sure, other instructions, different things that might be going on. Or doesn't. I mean, good time to cover this now. And then, even like online donations is certainly a big factor, and things that people are thinking about of how do people continue to support their church. We can't. It's going to be much harder to do or convey that when you are on Facebook Live or just on YouTube, because you're going to want that. Anyway, if you have it on the webpage, you can embed it right in and have everything surrounding it just like you want. A link to this week's bulletin and what's going on this week. Like we're going to be living in this crazy world for a little while. So let's think about it and let's do it right. The other thing too on YouTube, it's much easier for families to gather together to watch this together. If you have it on Facebook Live, it's really hard because it's on a phone, so we'd have to all gather around together and violate all kinds of different rules, which we're already we need.
It's true. We're
supposed
too
to be 3
close,
feet.
but we got to for the mic.
We
so
do.
Don't tell the CDC.
So, but on YouTube, that's all built in. If you try to do that on Facebook on a TV, YouTube's
you have
built
to cast it on it, which it complicates things too. Versus it being a native app, either on the Roku stick or Amazon.
Chromecast, Roku, all of that's all built in as far as YouTube. And quite frankly, it's a great opportunity for you to start a YouTube channel and to start videos, and you can have collections. So if you have a parish mission, all of that all lives in one place. Whereas Facebook, it feels like it's like a breath and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Right. So it's only for that event. So Facebook, great for promoting. Video is in YouTube's DNA, so that's what we'd recommend.
Cool.
But okay, so first thing, can't live stream from the phone, but we can record. Now, if you're going to do this, quite frankly, I'd recommend recording the Mass anytime. Let's not wait till Saturday or Sunday. I'd have this all ready to roll. You can do all of the editing and make sure it's all ready to rock and roll. Even put it on the website and maybe not publish it until Saturday, maybe say at 4 p.m. But that way it's all ready, it's all done. Especially if this is your first time doing any of this. You don't want to come to the situation and panic and not have anything ready. Right. So even if it was a backup plan, that could be another thing. It was we have it ready and we'll plan to live stream, but we'll have it recorded. Again, people need fed. They need there's a reason we go to Mass and make that part of our weekly lives. So don't leave people in the dark there. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the phone here. Travis will have you. Let's switch over here to the side cam, and so let's turn our microphone here. Okay, so here is my phone. So I have an Android phone. This tip should work for iPhones as well, or even an iPad should be fine. YouTube is installed on most of these devices already. For Android, it'll look a little like this. I'll have a little YouTube icon there at the top right there. So I'll open that up. And so if you're on an Android phone, you're probably already logged in to YouTube. It's just part of your account. If you're on an iPhone, I think you can use YouTube without logging in, but I'd recommend logging in, or well, actually to post a video, you'd have to log in. And generally that's done at the very top right corner where it says Al up there. And if you have multiple accounts, you can switch between them here. That's how that's done. Now, once we've shot our video, so we would shoot our video first with our phone and have it all ready to go. When we get to YouTube, we're going to click, or we're going to tap on this little icon, the little camera button. So it's the third one from the right there. So I'm going to tap on that. And the first thing it's going to ask you to do, it's going to ask you to select a video or go live or record. Well, you're going to get a message as soon as you try to go live that, hey, you don't have 1,000 subscribers, so that's not going to work so well. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to pretend like one of these is our video that we already shot previously. So I'm going to tap on this one here. And then as soon as you do that, if you don't have a channel yet, it's going to ask you to upload as. So it's going to ask you to create a channel. And what this means is that it's just creating, under your account, a place for you to put your videos. Now, typically, if I was a parish, I'd put in, whatever, St. Joseph, whatever, Wichita, or whatever the case might be. Oh, we'll just fake it here. All right, so I'll create the channel. Again, if you already have a channel, you won't see that message, but if you don't yet, you will see that message. You'll hit create your channel. It's as easy as that. Oh, we have a channel. Wow.
Bam. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, so then what it's going to do is going to show your video, and you can crop your video. So say if you want to crop it down, if you recorded a little bit extra at the end or the beginning, you could change that. You're going to want to give it a title. So we're going to say this is Mass, and maybe in the description you put what the readings for the week were or something like that. And then if we scroll down here a little bit more, we'll see privacy. So you're going to want to set one of two options. These are either public, which means it'll be searchable if people try to search for it on YouTube. Since you're a brand new member to YouTube, you're not going to find it, so it's not a huge deal if you set it that way. Or you hit it to unlisted. Unlisted will make it on YouTube, but nobody will be able to see it. It won't be able to search for it. Right. But if you use the link directly, you'll be able to get to it.
So they'd have to have the specific URL for the video to ever get to it.
So quite honestly, since people won't be searching YouTube directly, you're going to be putting it on your page. I'd really just recommend just putting it as public. It'll be easier for you to find it yourself going forward. Okay, so that's it. So you can edit your video, put in a title, description, set it to public, which is I think the default, and hit upload up here at the top right. If my fingers work. Okay, so what's going to happen on YouTube is it's going to take two steps. It's going to upload it, one. So that'll take a few seconds. Well, that'll probably take a few minutes because it's going to actually put the video up online on YouTube servers. And then after that, it's going to process it. And so that'll take a few minutes as well. And it's just optimizing it so that way people can see like video on different devices and things like that. Just really optimizes it once it's done with that. So that's says it's going to take 30 seconds, so we'll let that roll. While that's uploading, and again, just be patient. We're all going to need to be a little patient. So YouTube will, again, if it's going to be an hour-long mass, it's going to take a while for it to.
Yeah, Al's clip there was like 17 seconds, 20 seconds. So an hour-long mass, or however long it ends up being.
Yeah, it might take an hour to upload, depending on your internet connection. Or maybe you need to go find a faster internet connection in a Starbucks somewhere or something like that.
You can't go inside, though.
That's true. Okay. You just have to stand outside.
Have to sit outside.
Stand outside with your phone or whatever. Okay. So now the last step to this, to shooting it ahead of time and putting on the site from a camera. So let's switch over to this view here. Okay, so it looks like it's ready to launch. So I'm going to go to youtube.com and make sure I'm logged in here. And so this is using the same account as before. So it even has my channel name already up there, St. Joseph Wichita. Nice. So in order to see the video, to get to it that I've already posted, I'm going to click on my name and I'm going to go to your channel. Okay, and so there I see, so this was done 37 seconds ago.
Right on
This
time.
is the Mass. I'm going to go ahead and click on that item and open it up. Now, this is the address that I need up here. So make sure to go to the video itself, open it up so it has your video open a big window, and then on the right-hand side, it should have other videos that people can look at there on the right-hand side. So this is basically this is the full video page, and there'll be comments down, potential comments and stuff down below. So what I'll do is I'll copy this URL up top. Okay, that's all I need from this page. Now, when I'm in my administrator, so log into your normal website administrator, I'm going to go to the article manager. I'm going to edit an existing article that I have out here called The Hour of Power from another show that we do, and I'll edit this one. But the great advantage of this is you can put this video anywhere. It doesn't have to belong on a certain page or area. It could belong into your alert area. Just posting the video up there, it doesn't matter. It can be anywhere that an article can go. So what I'm going to do in order to post this to the site, I'll click kind of where I want my video, and then I'm going to click on the little Insert Edit Media button. So I'll click on that and paste what I had found from YouTube and hit OK. And in a few seconds, we're going to see the Mass. So that's all ready to rock and roll. Now, if I wanted to set it to start publishing, maybe I don't want this to publish until Saturday, or I can pick a particular date and time. You would just set that into start publishing. And once you're done, hit save and close. So it's as easy as that. Really, YouTube is the big thing that you need to kind of play around with. I'm going to go see what it looks like here on the website. So there it is, the Hour of Power. And so instead of ask your question, this could be a donate button or other instructions for folks, all listed right there. Posting to the site is as easy as that. Clicking on the little media button and pasting in your link. So that's...
And what's cool about this is even after Al goes through the steps for live streaming, you could use this same idea with what he's shown you here for the Mass to be able to do whatever, messages from other members of your team, your faith formation director, or if you have a permanent deacon, or if you have parochial vicars, right, associate pastors. Any of that I think is useful. And given our times where I think there's going to be a lot of feeling of isolation, in particular from our parish families, with one another, with their priests, all that kind of stuff, I don't think you can produce too much content for people to be able to see and interact with, just because there's going to be a lot of free time. Yeah, meetings are canceled, events are canceled. To stay
people are going to be sports are canceled. I mean, there are people going to be watching a lot of Netflix.
Yeah, YouTube. Right.
So it'd be great if you were in that stream, especially in this time of Lent. There's
and people are truly in a desert. So
yeah, right. Okay. So the second way is we can live stream. And what we're going to do, we don't even have a laptop in here.
You want to go get one?
You can, sure.
Okay.
All right, there you go. All right. So the second tip is to live stream via something like a laptop. And what we're looking at here is, the reason why is because we can be a lot more flexible with what we have available to us. So first of all, microphone quality. So you notice here in the studio we have this blue microphone. That's the brand. I think it's called a Yeti. And Blue makes a lot of other quality microphones, and they're USB microphones. So they'll plug in to a little USB cable, and that'll go right into the laptop. The quality of these is much, much higher, and you can place it separate from your camera. So you can get really good voice, and that'll really add a lot of production value to your Mass. And again, they just plug in via USB right into your computer. We'll put a couple of links. There you go. We'll plug in a couple of links in the show notes down below, or on the actual page we paste this on. If you want to buy something like this, might cost you about around $100. The Snowball, I think, is a little cheaper. It's
70,
a little shorter.
You can get them.
Oh, it's 70. Yep. All right. So you've been researching a little bit there. So there's that. So microphone quality a lot higher. The other thing that you can do the other thing that we can do if we have a laptop is we can get a more specialized camera. So here in the studio, we've got these Logitech 920s.
Okay.
It's a very popular streaming camera. It's got great quality, and quite honestly, probably like $70 to $100 as well. Yep. So what we're looking at here, see, we've got it on a tripod. So if we take this off, Man, it feels like it's jumping up here.
They really want it on there tight.
That's right. Okay, so what you get out of the package is something that looks a little like this, and it again just plugs in via USB right into your laptop, and yeah, it's pretty small. They have they have a little bit of a internal tripod. Now, what we'd recommend is, and we'll put a link to this as well on Amazon if it still exists when this all goes down. Is this little tripod? It has a little camera mount at the top, and you can just screw it in, and that way you get a little bit more height, you get a little more flexibility to place it exactly where you want. We found that very helpful here in our studio. The thing you need to be aware of if you are going to get the tripod itself is on the bottom of this, you can see that it has a little screw hole. Now, some of the ones you buy don't have that extra little screw hole. It just has a flat surface. So make sure that it's mountable, I think would be the term, camera mountable. That way you can screw it into a separate device. Otherwise, you're going to be ending up with some duct tape, and that's fine too. That's where we're at today.
We live in Kansas, right?
There you go.
Duct tape, baling wire, whatever you need.
You got it.
You make it work.
All right. So that's really the magic around it. We're just taking the existing laptop, which has a camera, it has a microphone, but they're not super great. It's not something up and above a phone. So if you want to do this a little bit better, you're going to need a laptop and a couple $100s to buy a microphone and an external camera. Now, let's go ahead and show you how this works on YouTube itself. So if I go back to YouTube here, and it has a very similar little camera button that says create a video and more. So I'm going to hit that. And this is where we could go live. So we'll actually do that. And okay, let's see here. I guess we're going to have to get verified because it's my first time. So here, give me a second to get through that. My verification code. Well, this is good. This is a good example. People can see how this is all done. Okay.
So in particular, this stuff was already important. Verification, stuff like that was already important regardless, but with our current climate of individuals looking to capitalize in a negative way on stuff like this, yeah. It's very good.
So this is another great lesson. It takes 24 hours to activate your account to go for live streaming. Once activated, you can go live streaming. So this is something you'd probably want to do beforehand. I did not realize it. So we're going to switch over to one of my other accounts that's already set up for streaming. So let's go back to YouTube so we can see what it looks like. Well, that's a good thing.
That's great to know. Right.
There you go. So I'm going to switch my account. I'm already logged in, say, to this one here. I'll just log into my personal account here. All right. And we'll go to, I'll just actually click off that and click on the item up there, and we'll go live. And as soon as you click on that, you're going to come to this screen right here. This is the live streaming control panel here. So you'll see highlights is the name of it. So you want to, again, name this Mass. This is the public setting. So I'd set this to public. You can schedule this for later if you wanted to go ahead and get all of this set up ahead of time, embed it in your site, and have it ready to go. You can do that and then start live streaming at another time. That's great as well. In this case, we're just going to go here immediately. And then I guess you could say it's made for kids. Comply with the law there. It's fine. And then hit next. There we go. So it'll take a screenshot for your the thumbnail that'll appear when your thing's going there, and then we'll go ahead. So in order to put on your site, what you're going to want to do is click on the share button, and this will allow you to get that URL that we need. So you, quite honestly, we'll just copy that whole thing right there, and we'll paste it into our hour of power again here. And we'll get rid of our old video and click on the little film strip again and paste it. Hit OK. What was that?
Boom.
There we go. That's us. That's our thumbnail. We'll go ahead and save that off, and we'll go back to YouTube here, and we'll hit go live. So we're going live. Here we go.
Oh no, they can see our green screen.
They can see the green screen. It's all a sham. There you go. So there's a little live stream, and people can see it, blah, blah, blah. And we'll hit end stream when we're done. And do you want to end your stream? Yes, I do. All right, there we go. Okay. So there's our live stream. Now on your website, what happens is it'll stream live, and then, so I'll refresh the page here and see what it is. In a few seconds, then it will convert it over to being something that people can just watch after the fact, so they don't have to show up in an exact time. There we are. There's us, and we have
there's
successfully...
a little bit of a delay there. That's why it's still showing live, right? Or am I... Is it already converted?
Probably.
Okay.
It says live. What do you mean? Does it say live there?
Maybe it didn't. Maybe
No,
it
I don't think it.
okay.
I think it had
Maybe
already moved
made
it
the
over.
conversion.
So
Sweet.
basically, it automatically goes to an archive. So if you wanted to do mass after mass, you could just post a new article every week, and just make sure to make the description of the article with the particular Sunday that's going on. That way, people don't get confused.
Yep.
So there you go.
So you can also, in your video title there, you can put what the mass is.
Absolutely.
Mass for the third week of Lent or fourth week of Lent, etc.
Absolutely.
Palm Sunday Mass.
So the big thing that I'd advise you to do is make sure...
Advent. Mass for Advent. I'm just kidding. We're
Please
not
no.
to be doing this.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. The thing I would definitely encourage you to do is to practice ahead of time. Do one or two of these. If you're going to do live streaming, make sure to set it up over 24 hours in advance, because you'll have to... They're verifying your account and make sure that you go through any other steps that they have you go through. They might have to do something in your email or something like that.
Yeah. Full disclosure, this is our fourth try at this. So, just saying.
That's true. We had a computer crash, and that's all.
Just to give validity to your point of it's worth it to give it a shot a few times before you go.
Yeah. I've been in the studio way too long with you. Well, we did the green screen. We added that. We did some stuff with the lighting. So it's
not
good,
being critical. Just proving your point. I touched you.
Great. There we go. Only cloth touching. All right. So we hopefully this is helpful to you. If you're getting through these steps and it's very confusing, or you have a different setup that some of these things aren't listed out, give us a call. Call our support line, and we'll get you on the right track. We have probably about 5 times the normal call volume as far as support tickets that are going on. A lot of people are asking about live streaming, so hopefully this will help out with a lot of folks.
Yeah.
But certainly call us. That's what we're here to do. We're here to serve. And at no other time in really our company's history has the importance of a website been more proven than this very unfortunate event. But having your ducks in a row in this will really help to
keep your people engaged.
Yep, absolutely.
Keep them fed.
So, all right, we'll cap it at that. And
thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, be safe and
stay healthy.